2 months ago, I made a video where I broke down my favorite moments from East Blue. I'm rewatching One Piece with my fiance. I said once I got through the rewatch of the Alabasta arc, I would do another video where I break down my favorite moments from the Alabasta arc. Well, guess who just finished that? It's me, the current voice of Scratchmen Apoo. Rest in peace, Brad Venable. Let's get to the Alabasta arc, shall we? Starting with Reverse Mountain. Now, I didn't remember a lot of Reverse Mountain. I remembered the one major part, and I mean, I don't even think I need to, I don't even think there's anything to say, right? Laboon? Laboon, ladies and gentlemen? Laboon? My boy? The sweet, sweet boy, Laboon? Specifically, my favorite moment in this arc is when Luffy punches Laboon, and then it's Luffy's justification after the fight is over where he's like, now we've fought, we've tumbled, now we're crewmates for life. And then he paints this logo, this crude logo of the Straw Hat Pirates, Jolly Roger on Laboon, and says, you cannot hit your head against the mountain anymore, otherwise you'll ruin the beautiful logo that I've drawn on you. And it's just like such a nice moment, because up until this point, it's easy to write off Luffy as just this goofball, kind of stupid guy. This is one moment where you actually get to see how smart Luffy really is and how big of a heart he has. He wants Laboon to stop ramming his head against the mountain, and he knows that there's no way he can just say it, so he instigates this whole fight just so that, and then paints on the Jolly Roger so that Laboon won't hit his head anymore. And it's just this beautiful moment. I think I shed a tear at this moment upon rewatching again. The first time I watched it, I was like, that's all right. But this time, it just hit me a little bit different, and it was just like, it's such a sweet moment. Laboon is such a sweet animal. The backstory is amazing. Don't get me wrong, all the stuff with Roger's old doctor, was awesome, especially the meme of him, of it, keep on cutting to him in the middle, and then they, break the fourth wall. They're like, why does he keep cutting like that? It's for dramatic effect, or whatever the hell the joke was. That was really funny. All the stuff with Vivi and that introduction, but you don't even know it's her yet. This is the moment. Reverse Mountain belongs to Laboon. Whiskey Peak, let's go. I mean, so many great moments. Definitely Zoro. This is a Zoro little mini arc right here. He not only gets to beat ass, bring the bus down to all of these assassins. You find out also that he was recruited and he said no, maybe even gave them the middle finger, or if we're following the canon of the live action show, right? And then they have that muscular woman who's so ripped, and they're like, she's so powerful, and Zoro just has her. He just grabs her by the fist and is like, boom, and she's like, no, please, mister, I give up. Those moments were great. But if we're talking about my favorite actual specific moment to Whiskey Peak, this moment felt like something out of an old Western film. Boom, right here. Because it's hiding in plain sight. We see these two big cactus things, and you're like, oh yeah, it's an island. They got a fun desert island with this cactus. It ain't a cactus. It's giant hills filled with graveyards. It's just graveyards. What the hell? These people are dead. I love Whiskey Peak in rewatching it because I kind of skated over these episodes. I kind of forgot all about them. They're really good, but especially this moment where it just shows the gravity of the situation and how many people have been killed by these skilled assassins is just brilliant. You kind of come into port feeling like something's a little bit wrong, feeling like something's a little bit off, when everybody kind of lets their guard down. I don't know about you, but I was like, guys, don't let your guard down. And then to find out that everybody didn't leave their guard down, except for Luffy, obviously, he's always gonna let his guard down. Usopp too, I guess, and Sanji. Well, I guess Zoro and Nami get to shine here because they're like, we weren't We knew something shady was going on the whole time, dudes. It just further kind of shows why One Piece is not just some little kid's show. Even though it has the makings for it, even though the songs and the characters may appear that way, people are getting murked out here. People are dying, and Whiskey Peak just upped the stakes and upped our visual and optics on Baroque works in a marvelous way. To Little Garden. It's kind of like a mini arc on the way to the main course. We're having the appetizers. We get the introduction of the giants, the laughs. My God, the first time I heard it, I was like, these laughs are outrageous. It's really the first, like, really kind of outrageous laughs where people are just like, ba, 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 ma, ma, ma. Be like, people are doing that, you know? So it's like, the laughs were great. Definitely my number 2 favorite moment in Little Garden is when Mr. 3 has the big wax candle machine going and Zoro just starts putting his hand in the air, completely unafraid of death, and is like, well, if I'm gonna die, I want to make sure that I have a cool pose. But the best moment, and the whole arc kind of leads up to this moment is right here. The big old goldfish and Brogy and Dory sacrificing their weapons. And then this is like the first time also I feel like we're getting hockey. Like, this is a cool moment because they start glowing in this way, and it's like this little tease, this little tiny like, there might be something more coming up here, you know, these guys. And maybe you don't even catch it. Maybe on your first watch of this, maybe on your first your first time watching this, you probably don't even think like, oh, that's gonna be a thing, but it's hockey. We're getting the first signs of hockey here, and it's just fun. It's just fun. They sacrifice their weapons. They've been fighting with these weapons. These weapons mean so much to them. It is a crucial, integral part of their identity as well as their relationship with each other. These weapons mean so much to them as proud Elbaf warriors, but you know what? They say, screw the weapons. There's something more important than just our weapons. There's something more important than our identity and our relationship with each other. And that's our new friends. And that moment, it just represents so much and makes you so happy to see these giants and so damn excited for Elbaf. By the way, BTW, we still have not seen. As of this date, October 10th, 2023, we're waiting for Elbaf. We're waiting for it. And we still haven't seen it, but these guys give us such a grand, beautiful picture of Elbaf that it sticks with us, and people are talking about it and hype for it to this day. And I think that a big part of why we love Brogy and Dory is this moment right here. I had forgotten all about this moment. They come to this giant goldfish that swallows ships whole, right? And they sacrifice these items that mean the world to them, that mean everything to them, in order to help their new friends and the Straw Hat crew get by and get to the next island. I think that it's brilliant. I think that it's symbolic, and it just makes you love these characters that we never see again. But I mean, who can forget Drum Island? So much to talk about. So much to talk about. The question is, which moment is it gonna be? Because there's so many phenomenal moments to Drum Island. I'm not even gonna build it up. For me, it's this one. Chopper waving this flag had me bawling, just crying. And this was the first moment, I believe, in all of One Piece on my first watch that I just cried. And it took it there to that level, to that moment. Let's break down the moment, right? The doctor who takes Chopper in, he punches Chopper and throws him out and takes a shot at him, right? Like, such a sad moment, so iconic, so good. There's also the moment when the pink comes down and then it looks like the cherry blossoms, and it echoes his words, right? There's the moment where he says his words, where he goes up to try to save these doctors and it was a trap, but he goes up and ends up dying, and he says, "When does a man die? When he is forgotten." It's just such an iconic quote. Maybe the best quote in the whole series, honestly. Luke, I hope I'm saying that right. he has these great moments, but this moment here is the moment that got me the most. As sad, as touching as all these other moments are with Kureha, like get out of here, those moments are phenomenal too. When Chopper's crying, realizing that he had fed a poisonous mushroom and essentially signed the death warrant of the person he loved most, and he makes this pledge to be the best doctor, to cure the world, to save as many lives as he can. This is the inspiration of Chopper's dreams. This is the birthplace of Chopper's dreams. Sure, he wanted to learn, and he wanted to kind of do all this stuff. He was goofing around, kind of learning some stuff. But this moment is when he proudly waves his flag in the air and says, "This is my dream." And that's what One Piece is about, and it resonated with me so hard. Anybody who loves One Piece, I think, is anybody who's ever had or has a dream. I mean, it's a show about dreams, and this is the moment where he finds his. It's just such a beautiful moment. When the doctor's dream gets realized at the very end with the cherry blossoms, highly touching moment. But man, when Chopper's waving this flag, crying, I mean, I think it was Lisa Ortiz who did this. If not, sorry if I'm giving the wrong actor the credit, but we're watching the dub right now. I believe this was Lisa Ortiz. She absolutely nails it. Just the emotion, every part of the performance is just gold. You might see Alabasta. I have a part 1, a part 2. Here's the deal. It's too freaking hard. Alabasta's so long. It's like almost all these arcs combined. So I said I'm gonna split it up into 2 parts, and I still couldn't even make a decision and a choice on what my favorite parts were, but I broke it up as pre-war, so before everybody's fighting, and then after everybody's fighting. I realized after watching this arc though that there were so many awesome moments that I kind of want to do a top 10 moments of Alabasta. If you're interested in that, then go ahead and comment below, give this video a like, and hey, subscribe. Let's talk about it. I have a runner-up for my favorite moment. Obviously, all the Ace stuff. Great. It's fun. Ace gets introduced. I freaking love it, right? But pre even getting to Alabasta, I have this favorite moment right here, which is the meeting of Mr. 2, Bon Clay himself. And we see him and we become friends with him because we don't know who he is, right? And it's this fun, kind of silly, kind of jolly moment that you're like, whoa, who is this guy, blah, blah, blah. We kind of find out he's Mr. 2 before, so it adds some intrigue to the story. And it's a brilliant storytelling device to let us as the audience know that he's Mr. 2 right before him getting stranded on the ship, so you keep on thinking, oh God, well, what's gonna happen? This moment is so great. And then, before he gets saved, he's touching his face, and Vivi sees her father's face. And she freaks out, but nobody else realizes who it is. Nobody else has seen Vivi's dad, right? And then he leaves, he gets picked up, and they're all calling him Mr. 2, and now the whole crew freaks out. And it's like, what is going on? What's going on right now, right? Like, what is happening? And now, we're all freaked out because we have met Mr. 2. he has Vivi's father's face, the king of Alabasta. So we know he's up to some naughty doings, right? And now he has everybody's freaking face. He has everybody's face. So now they all know if Mr. Bon Clay, if Mr. 2 is able to get over there and reveal his face to all of them, they'll know what all of the Straw Hat crew looks like. Except for Sanji, obviously. Nobody ever gets a good picture of Sanji. Ha 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 ha. I wonder if that'll come into play later on. Anyways, it's just so incredible how they crafted this moment, because now he doesn't know that they know that, and it just becomes this, they don't know that he knows that they know that he knows that they know. And then it sets up this whole thing with the tying of the bandages on the left arm or the right arm, whatever. And it's just like this moment is just so brilliant in how much it accomplishes. Is it my favorite moment? No, but from a storytelling perspective, the amount of setup that this instigates, while in itself being such a dramatic moment perfectly played, I gotta mention it. It's an honorable mention. Now, my favorite moment, pre-war scene in Alabasta. Boom. That's right. I forgot how good early Smoker was. I forgot how good early Tashigi / Smoker was. He has this whole Javert. Has anyone watched Les Mis? He has this Javert-like a story arc where he's sitting in Logtown episodes ago being like, pirates are scum, they're just bad, I hate pirates, screw those pirates, they're all bad, there ain't a single good pirate. And then through all of the chases, through everything, and then it comes to this head where in this moment, Luffy tells Zoro to save Smoker's life. Smoker's dead. Smoker's gone. Their biggest antagonist who's following them, Rogue, who's gone rogue, by the way, and is following them from island to island, just trying to track them down. So far, the scariest opponent for them to date in the military, in the Navy. And Luffy, without a second thought, says he can't swim. Save him. What are you doing? Save Smoker. I don't want him to die. And Smoker gets so mad because now his whole compass, everything that he's ever known up to this point, gets shattered and broken. And now all of his ideals of what it means to be a Navy, whatever the hell, captain, vice captain, whatever the hell rank he is questioned, is thrown into chaos and is utterly questioned by him. He has a complete change of heart, a complete character arc that is so beautiful and so masterfully done within the Alabasta arc. This moment pre-war, yes, Ace is incredible. Ace is amazing. Yes, I love the camel. Yes, I love the crab, the lecherous crab. Oh my God, don't even get me started on the Kung Fu Dugongs. The Kung Fu Dugongs, if you don't like, best characters in One Piece. I'm joking, but not really. Anyways, this moment beats all of that. This moment beats all of it. Smoker then goes to tell Tashigi not to chase after them. Tashigi, by her own self, figures out she wants to help Alabasta more than she wants to catch Luffy and the gang. It's just all around phenomenal character development. Smoker moment. What's the best Alabasta moment after the arc? Which fight, right? Which of the you know what it is. Everybody shut up right now. If you didn't know it was this moment right here, like we're gonna sit around and pretend like it could be anything other than this moment right here. We're talking about anything other than that? Get out of town. Get out of town. Does that mean that I don't like the fights? No. I'd love to make a video and talk all about the One Piece Alabasta arc fights. I would love that. In fact, tell me that you want it by liking this video. If this video gets 50 likes, I'll make that video the top 10 moments of Alabasta. But this moment right here is peak One Piece. There's a reason why people get X's tatted on their freaking arms. There's a reason for that. This moment is that good. It's that powerful. Do I love Luffy smacking up Crocodile? Yes. Do I love Zoro and Mr. One and cutting nothing? Yes. Do I love the Usopp proud moment? Yes. But none of it beats this. None of it. It's not even close. And the fact that this moment is only made possible by this moment is even the reason why this moment right here is even up here. This is the only reason that this moment is even up here. Because of this moment right here. Like, dude, get out of town. Vivi and Karoo's crying, the whole crew's crying, you're crying at home. Yeah, I know, I saw that. I watched you cry at this moment. And if you didn't, what kind of a monster are you? I didn't cry at this moment, but man, it's a powerful moment. And if you did cry, I don't even blame you. It's almost involuntary. I shed a tear, brought such a joy to my heart. It's what all of this show is. It's friendship, it's dreams, it's chasing your dreams with your friends and seeing where it takes you, the adventure of a lifetime. And it's all summed up in this moment where yes, we're pirates. Yes, you're a princess. Yes, you're a duck, a part of the Royal 7 Duck Brigade or whatever the hell it's called. But at the end of the day, we're all freaking friends. And Vivi, you are a member of our crew. And if you ever want to come back, we take you back in a heartbeat. And we can't say it. We can't say it. The way that the setup is, the way that they raise the stakes, the way that they're like, we can't say nothing to Vivi because the Navy pirate ships are coming. The Navy ships are coming in. If they see us talking, if we respond, we're incriminating her. We can't say a word. I'm getting goosebumps. They lift up their arms, and there's not a single doubt in their minds that Vivi isn't gonna understand. In a parody, if you were doing a sketch of this, if you're doing like a sketch comedy and you wrote this, you would have Vivi and Karoo being like, what the hell are they doing? What does that mean? No, this moment's terrific. Everything about this moment's already been said. There's probably people who made an entire video just on this moment. You know what I mean? Just on this moment. So it's like, what am I even doing here? What am I even saying here? Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to watch the East Blue video, it's around here somewhere. Click on that. Until next time, I'm Brent Mukai. I love One Piece. Before I was Scratchmen Apoo, I've loved One Piece. Have a great day. Goodbye.